All right, guys and girls, we've got something to talk about. Specifically, more women over men, but this is kind of directed toward both of you. I've had a lot of people lately come to me who want to hire me to do pictures of them, the little edgier, that are a little more beauty-centric, fashion-centric, something that's a little bit more conceptual. A lot of the stuff that you've been seeing coming from my LJ page lately. So with that, also, I get a lot of people that are so nervous to have their picture taken. And I totally understand that. I totally understand that. Once I dig deeper into why they're nervous, though, I get into a lot of very personal, very vulnerable, um, very sensitive things. And a lot of them follow the same line. And I'm not going to tell anybody's story right now. I'm not going to, put anybody on display or whatever. But lately there have just been a lot of people, specifically women, like I said, that have come to me and they just don't like who they are. They might like who they are, but they don't like what they bring to the table. There's always something wrong. There's always, oh gosh, my hair is disgusting, or I've got a horrible breakout that, is always there, or I've got my baby belly, or my hips are, or my arms are, or my hands, or. Dude, I get it. Do you know who you're talking to? Do you have any idea? Believe me, of anybody in the entire world, I get it. 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 I do. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All of that stuff doesn't matter. I know that in your head, I know that in your mind, you see these things and they make you less beautiful. In your head, they make you less beautiful. But when I look at you, you're incredible. I see your baby tummy. I don't see your baby tummy. I see a body that has created a person. I see arms that carry toddlers. I see somebody who works very hard. I see a face that's lived life. I see hair that if I can just let's toss a brush through it. Whatever, we'll do something different. Let's give it life. Let's work with those curls. They don't have to be brushed out and crazy. Let's embrace the curls. Let's make it awesome. Let's take advantage of what you have. I see an incredible being when I look at you. And you know what? Everybody else sees that incredible being when they look at you too. Why do we, as a society, I guess, as a gender, I mean, it does happen with guys, but more often than not, it's usually women. Why do we, as a gender, hate ourselves so much? Why don't we like ourselves? Why can't we celebrate our differences? Why can't we be okay that we don't look like Adriana Lima? Why? I went through a very long phase of life where I didn't like anything about me. I didn't like my hair. I didn't like my face. I hated my body. I was disgusting in my own reflection. I looked at myself and there was nothing right about me. And because of some amazing friends, a couple in particular, I grew and I looked at myself with a different set of eyes. I gave myself a lot more grace. And let me tell you, the freedom that comes along with that is so amazing. And I was always afraid, even after that, even after being able to accept, this is me, this is my body, this is what I've got to work with, so I might as well be happy with it, because if I'm not happy with the thing that I'm with all the time, I will never be happy, ever. And even so, even once I accepted me, even after I was okay with who I was still terrified to be photographed by somebody else. And this is where all of this comes into play with me, because anybody can tell you this information. Anybody can. But I'm telling you from my perspective as a photographer, as an image maker, as a capturer of you and your essence and your beauty, don't be afraid of who you are. Because right now, whether you're 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 or 60, your kids will look back and say, my mom was the most beautiful. My grandma was the most beautiful. My aunt was gorgeous. Or for guys, my dad, look how handsome he was. He was a super hottie when he was younger. And they won't care. They won't care that you think in your head that your baby tummy with stretch marks and whatever, battle scars, is, they won't know about that. They won't see it. They won't judge that at all. So a couple weeks ago, I was photographed by an amazing photographer, Heather Elizabeth Photography. You can find her on Facebook, and I'll put her link down here underneath the video. But I honestly have never felt in imagery the way I felt when I looked at her pictures. I've never looked at pictures of myself and thought, oh my gosh, is that me? Never. And I cried. I cried when I saw my pictures. I cried, and it was beautiful, because never in my life have I felt comfortable until this year with pictures made of myself. So I know all of this is kind of whirlwind, and it's kind of like a lot of information jam-packed into one thing, but I want to keep it fairly short so it doesn't get too boring. But I'm going to issue a challenge. So if you are not comfortable being photographed, if you don't like yourself, if you look at yourself in the mirror and you think that you're just a hideous troll, which is, and I quote, exactly what I would say about myself. I'm just a troll. Really? Why would I say that about myself? That's terrible. If somebody said that about my friend, I would punch that person. Literally. I'm generally nonviolent. Generally. Anyway, if you're afraid to be photographed, try it. You don't have to hire me. You don't have to come to me. You don't have to come to anybody I recommend or refer. But, go on Groupon. There's 1,000 photographers. I don't necessarily agree with that, but if you're on a budget, figure that out. Have a friend take a couple pictures of you. Try it out. Don't be afraid of the camera. Find what works for you. Find what helps you feel the most beautiful. Put on an outfit that makes you feel awesome. Put on some perfume. Go and work your stuff, because you know what? You're an incredible being. And other people see you gorgeous, but I want you to see you gorgeous. I want you to see yourself as a beautiful, amazing creature. Because really, this is the body that you have. This is the life that you have. Sorry, people just passed by. This is the life, the one that you get to live. Enjoy it. Enjoy the vessel that you're in. Okay, I know that's a lot of information, and hopefully it's not too crazy, but end of all the story, you're amazing. You are beautiful, even if you don't see it. Everybody else sees it. You're loved. Please learn to see that person. Find that person that everybody else sees. Because she's there, or he's there. It's just really hard for us to push through all the influences that society has told us, and that we've learned over our life that we're not good enough, we're not beautiful enough, we're not skinny enough, we're not whatever, we don't have the right makeup or hair, and none of that matters. Because when you peel it all down, when you get all down to the very raw, vulnerable, whatever, everybody has flaws. And those flaws are part of the miracle of who we are. So I hope this day is amazing for you guys. Please let me know if there's any way I can help you find your beautiful you. Love you.